It started off kind of friendly, nice chat, but then he got really quite intense very quickly. I would get a phone call every morning at 6 a.m, which was so early, you know, I didn't start till 9, and he would stay on the phone to me for hours while I get ready. And then it was a texting constantly through the day. I would want to go make my dinner, and he would say, let me stay on the phone. And I'd be like, right, okay, I'm gonna have to put you down. I'd be away doing things, and I'd come back, and he'd still be on the phone.
Did you question him?
I did say, like, why? Like, you know, there's no need for you to stay on the phone with me. And he was just kind of like, oh, no, it's okay, I like kind of hearing what you're up to. Then I'm thinking, if you're a doctor, I can't be on the phone. Like, you know, I'm like, surely this guy's away doing things that doctors do. It got to the point where he'd be saying, like, what are you doing tonight? And I would just be like, oh, I'm just sitting in, but I wasn't. I was actually like away out to the pub with the girls. He would get angry if I didn't answer the phone. And it'd be like, then it'd be the messages like, where are you? Where are you? What are you doing? And I was just kind of like, no, that's not normal. The presents then started coming quite a lot. I got a bunch of flowers and Krispy Kreme donuts brought to the work by Ashley. Then I had a cheesecake in Tupperware. Then I remember one morning, he phones me up and he's like, where are you? And I was like, oh, I'm a bit hungover, I'm in my bed. And he's like, right, stay there. Then he was like, right, look out your window. And I looked at my window and there was a McDonald's and a Red Bull on my bonnet. I remember once David sent me a magazine and it says in the front, turn to page 10. Turn to page 10 and there'd be a word circled and it'd be like, I. Then at the bottom would be like, turn to page 32. And then go to page 32. Love. And they'd be like, turn to page. And it'd be like, he'd basically wrote out a story to me in the magazine. And then
say, I love you.
It was like, I love you, you mean everything to me. One night, I remember, I was on the phone and I was like, I don't feel too good. And he asked a lot of medical questions and he did seem concerned. I must have fell asleep. I then woke up and he was still on the phone in the morning. He said, I wanted to listen to you sleeping to make sure you were okay. But I had a kind of like pins and needles in my hand. It was really tingly. And he said, listen, go to the hospital, get it checked. I've told them that you're coming in. So went to the hospital and they were like, oh, we're expecting you. Didn't have to wait. I was just taken straight in and I was sitting in the kind of the pod where it's got, you know, the curtain round you and you've got your bed. And I'm sat there and David messages me, you're in pod 6. So I'm looking around and I'm like, and then I look up and I was like, oh, I'm in pod 6 with a big number 6 behind me. I thought, this is it, I'm going to finally see him. But then he messaged me saying, a Dr. Smith or something will come and see you. 2 minutes later, doctor comes in, hi, I'm Dr. Smith. I'm here to assess you. So it turns out there was absolutely nothing wrong with my hand. I was absolutely fine. So I messaged David saying, why don't you pop down and see me? But he says at that point, he was like, listen, I'm too busy, I can't come down.
So what are you thinking?
I thought, if you're just up the stairs, why can you not come down the stairs? Like, I'm literally 30 seconds away from you, you know. So I did keep messaging saying, like, well, why aren't you coming down? Then he said he was going to surgery. So I was like, right, okay, that's fine.
Do you think you were ignoring red flags because he had so many good qualities?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think it was one of those where you would ignore it because you think, do you know what, this man's a doctor, he's respected. Even though you were young, you are still thinking ahead of the future, thinking, okay, that's like the kind of guy you want.